joining you.
Good.
It's the
Hi,
Aimster.
guys.
Hey.
Hey.
I wasn't sure. You were on the fence.
I know.
So
It was
just
a
wanted
little
to make
hit or
sure.
miss this morning.
Yeah.
Feeling a little under the weather.
You
Under
look
the
great.
weather.
Under the weather.
Thank you. Under the weather. That was a very timely catch in my throat.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So as I'm listening, I came up with 3 R's. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Wow.
And then one little side thing that's not an R.
Okay.
But so, okay, we're doing this work, right? Like, we know each other, the 3 of us. And, like, Pep, when you were talking about repairing the rupture, that you were able to do that because of our relationship and the work that we're doing. And by work that we're doing, I mean, like, the contemplative work, not work. And so there was one thing that happened this week. The first R is risk, because, and this is gonna sound superficial, I think, but it means something more. So I was getting ready I don't even know what I was getting ready for, and I did my hair differently. Or I had the idea of doing my hair differently. And for a split second, I thought, no. Because that could go really, really badly. But just as quick, I was like, are you serious? How bad could it go? And will it be okay? I'm like, yes. So I did my hair differently, and it was fine. That in and of itself, I don't really care about my hair, but I do at some extent. But it was like, okay, that is just...
I dare you to shave it off.
Oh.
Since you don't care.
I like dares, but that's a big dare. But it was like, okay, I'm going to try to make this. Maybe one of you two can make it tie in. But it was like, okay, that was just a very quick, fleeting thought, right? Me doing my hair, should I do it? Da-da-da. But I thought, okay, that is just a very minor example of risks that I can take because of our relationship, because from being known. And then that goes back to the creating beauty, because we can create beauty if we're known and loved.
Yeah.
And you created beauty with a new hairdo.
I'm doing my hair differently. And then when we were talking this morning, Kurt, when you were talking about, like you were reflecting, that if you do like what somebody else wants you to do, that you feel like you will disappear. Mm-hmm. And you can do that reflection because you're known and loved.
Yeah, right. That's right. Even being aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to Pep's R, which is the repair, is that we do that work. Mm-hmm. So all those examples were just like, oh my gosh, this is the beauty of being known.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just become increasingly. I'm just more and more aware of how much of life, kind of in some respects, AIM kind of really does come out of those 3 R's that you're just describing. We have to take risks in order for us to live well. It's important for us to reflect. Was that the reflect? Mm-hmm. I want to reflect on things that have happened that are both good, but also things that I want to change. And then going forward, that whole notion of repairing things. I mean, so much of what eventually becomes Russia and Ukraine is a function of somebody not repairing something in their kitchen with another person in their kitchen. Mm-hmm. It's me actually reaching for the cleaving knife. When I'm angry with Rachel. It's Pepper choosing not to go back and repair that rupture. You're just going to hold on to it, and a week, 6 months, a year later, it's gonna, it'll be open warfare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that gets back to that whole thing that we talked with patients about. We say life is actually very, very simple and extraordinarily difficult. But it's not difficult because it's complicated. It's difficult because we are afraid and we are ashamed. and it's a lot of the same work over and over and over and over and over again, and sometimes that work can feel so overwhelming that I can't bear to look at it, can't bear to imagine doing the work as much as I have to do, because I think I'm having to do it by myself.
Right.
And so I don't. And instead, I have to make up a lattice work of complex stories at the end of the day, of which I say, well, it's so complicated, which kind of like lets me off the hook of then having to actually do the very simple work of naming my longings and my griefs.
Yeah. It's good.
Rest, reflection, and repair. I'll remember them as the pirate acronym.
Risk.
Risk.
Not risk.
Reflection.
I mean, rest is good too.
Risk.
But
Wait, the pirate?
They're the pirate thing?
Arr.
Oh.
So silly.
Oh, man. Okay.
There's that foolishness that comes in.
No. But I'm also a new T-shirt. Like, look, we don't have to have words. We don't have words. Like, this entire episode can just be some I don't know, like some Johnny Depp thing of like Jack. Who was Jack Sparrow? Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yep.
Okay, I had a really good T-shirt idea. Okay, because speaking of Kurt's dissertation, because when I was a kid, I loved.
That was pretty funny, you have to admit.
Remember the T-shirt where it would say "I'm with stupid" and then it would have an arrow. Okay, I loved the I don't know what that says. I loved it, and then you line up who you want to stand by so that it's pointing to them. And I thought, okay, the T-shirt, it can be like a 4 T-shirts, and then it's in your community. Like this brings people together. So it starts with there's part 1, and then the other shirt is part 2. Okay.
Now it sounds like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, thing 1 and thing 2.
Yeah, part 1 and part 2. I'd be like, I was stupid.
I feel stupid because I don't get it.
I was stupider.
Oh, no, it's not going to... It's not going to say I'm stupid. Like you were saying, okay, Pep, you were saying that these T-shirts are going to have to be extra large because there's going to be so much writing.
Yes.
So all of the writing, I'm going to have on the first bit, and then you'll have on part 2.
Yes.
So you have to be together.
Yeah.
So when you think of your 8 people, you can gather them and give them all part of the T-shirt. Okay.
And then you have one like in the middle that just says pause in parentheses because he's going to take a long pause.
Oh my gosh! I'm fully waiting for one of our listeners to think like, okay, they're gonna like go make it. They're gonna go make 3 T-shirts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Collectively, reversible T-shirts inside and out. Present us with all the words. Man.
Did you have something else,
Risk,
Aim?
reflection, repair. Nope, that's it. That's all
I wanted to. Another thing about this, that just came to me about this rhythm of solitude and community, and it made me think of my mom, who I think probably hasn't had much solitude in her life really until COVID hit, and suddenly she was overrun with solitude, right? As a lot of us were, but she was alone, and in that time, I think maybe because she hadn't had it before, she went on a spiritual journey. She went on out of that time is when she started painting. But she needed that sort of solitude space in order for that to incubate, for those ideas and everything to, otherwise, she would have just kept doing what she was doing. And she's really a different, amazing, different person because of it, because of that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'll share with you guys
that makes me want to see
picture
more of her work.
I'll share with you guys her latest when we take the break.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Okay.
It's great to be with you. Next
You
time.
too.
All right.